The Premiership title, Veronica, is going to Shamba. And big congratulations there to Simba Bhora, confirmed now as the 2024 Kasolaga Premier Soccer League champions in only their second season in the top flight. And for Tonderai Ndiraya, his first ever league title. He has won the Chibuku Super Cup with Ngezi Platinum Stars. You have to go back to 2016, but surely this is his biggest achievement as a coach.
I think this championship, honestly, it's so massive, not only for Simba, but also for the Shamba community and for Coach Tonderai Ndiraya, because for all his years as a coach, he hasn't won the championship. This is going to be his first. And for a team that came into the top flight just a season ago, this is huge for them. And also, I think this goes to prove that Tonderai Ndiraya is not just a coach who many believe that he is. He has shown that he has the character, he has what it takes to win the championship. Because remember, he's the same coach that left Ngezi when they were sitting on second position, when they were so close to the championship, and even the time that he led Dynamos to league runners up. And so now coming to Simba, last season he spent most of it fighting relegation and they survived. Then coming this season, he goes on a massive shopping spree. He manages to take those players that had left various clubs, the big names that had left, some of them had left in not so good circumstances, but he managed to bring them into his own camp. And we never really had reports of disciplinary issues coming from Simba. It shows that he's not only a good coach, but he's a manager, because he was able to take all that talent, to take all those characters and blend them, make them a single unit, and they played with a purpose to bring the championship.
Simba Bhora, the team from Shamba Mashonaland Central, they have done what seemed improbable. A big part of that was their unbeaten run at Wadzanai Stadium. 16 matches unbeaten, and they will welcome FC Platinum to Wadzanai on over the weekend there. And I'm sure it is going to be one hell of a party. David, I want to come to you. You are a man who's been there, done it. You were part of that victorious Caps United side in 2004, under Charles Mokhlaori. You know what it feels like to win the domestic top flight. You've done it twice. In fact, what will be going through some of those players' heads right now? They've reached the promised land. Now it's just a matter of their coronation, but they know they are the best in the land when it comes to Zimbabwean football.
Yeah, that's the biggest achievement in football, Mr. Tish. When you play football, you also want to make a name, for yourself. You make a name for the club, and that's exactly what has happened to some of the boys. Imagine Ushone Sumauchi, his debut season, he's now a champion. Already he has written something in the history books. Yes, Simba Bhora history books. Mark E as a player. So sometimes you really need, most of the time, kungemuri a unit team for you to achieve. So that's what happened with Simba Bhora. They've been a unit from the start up until the championship has been won, and that's exactly the bosses wanted, isn't it? Their executive, they wanted the championship. That's why they backed Tonderai Ndiraya with the best talent in the land, and Tonderai delivered exactly what he promised to his bosses. Because sometimes when you go to the bosses, Mr. Teach, you say, I want this player, I want this player. They ask you, why do you need these players? And you want to achieve something for the club. That's what happened with Tonderai Ndiraya. He deserved to be a champion. I remember when he was at Ngezi, he was sacked when he was second. At Dynamos as well, they had some problems within the executive when Tonderai Ndiraya was on top. So that tells you that time was not your time. This time is Tonderai Ndiraya's time. God anga katoshinyora pasi kuti ndozvikuita se ndozvichaitika mulife make, and exactly that is what now he needs to prepare for the African Safari, but he also needs to prepare to defend that title. But for now, he needs to celebrate, Mr. Tish. He needs to celebrate it. Who is that coach who doesn't want to pop champagne, especially at home in Shamba. That's what happened. And for us, as spectators, now, there are a lot of good things that was happening at Simba Bhora. And that's exactly why they are the champions. And I can testify kuti inini when I was a champion, ndakashoshoma all the way kubva kukwekwe up until takuno kuHarare, went on to another studio kwatakaenda to enjoy. We kept on enjoying ourselves, and that's what is supposed to be happening in Bulawayo right now with Simba Bhora. Now the pressure is on Saturday they need to maintain that unbeaten run at Wazanai. They can't afford to lose at Wazanai. They can even, force a draw if they can, so that they cannot, because they will still be enjoying themselves. Remember, but they know they've got an important game which is there on Saturday. Whatever the traveler, to me, Makorokoto to Simba Bhora, and that's a long season, Mr. Tish. 32 games. It's not a joke.
Well, there's 2 more to go. Congratulations, Mhlope Makorokoto, Simba Bhora, the 2024 Castle Lager Premier Soccer League champions. We want to, Veronica, talk about the players, because that was a very contentious issue at the start of the season in terms of his transfer business. A lot of critics, a lot of articles are written by our colleagues in the media questioning that spending spree. Who are some of the players now that you think have really been instrumental in driving this fairy tale run for Simba Bhora? I know we've talked about the likes of Taimo Machope and his wonderful story. When Walter Msona left FC Platinum, it looked like he had been discarded, but he was given the captain's armband. The first time he's really been asked to be a leader in his career. You got players like Webster Tafa, Talbot Chumba, Vasily Kawe was a fan favorite, Maninji as well. Who are some of the players that you think, were the backbone of this championship run for Simba Bhora?
It's undeniable, but Walter Msona has been able to stand up, has been able to step up for his guys and lead these guys to glory. And also we have Tichaona Chipunza. He has been so instrumental, and I'm sure besides the suspensions, he has been there in all the other games that Simba has played. We also have Webster Tafa. He's one silent guy who is not so vocal, but whatever he does on pitch, he does it so well. And the Ishiane Sumauchi, just like David said, his maiden season in the top flight, but look at what he has done for the team. We also have Mtokozi Simsebe. Look where he came from, but he comes into Simba Bhora camp. That environment, the Shamba environment, and how some of these players, they found it so difficult to be able to win themselves, to lure those fans, to get the likes from the fans. But look at what they have done. Look at Vasily Kawe. He has also been so instrumental on and off the pitch. He has been the guy who also leads even in the entertainment section for Simba. Is more of Mr. Shamba for Simba. So I think when you look at that team, everyone, each of those players, you can't really single out to say this was the main guy who drove Simba to glory. But they played as a unit, they played for each other, and for me, it's just one composite team that is no standout guy. You also look at Talbot Shumba. When the season started, there was a lot of talk, especially in the goalkeeping area, with the team already having Simba Chinani and then bringing on board renowned goalkeepers Talbot Shumba and Taimon Mvula. But they were able to carry the season just like that. And look at Talbot. He was responsible for 19 of those Premier Soccer League games with 11 clean sheets, and 3 of the Achibuku games with 2 clean sheets. So I think for me, that's more of a talent coming from all areas, from different teams, whether in the PSO or in the lower divisions. But he managed to make them a composite unit that does not have a single player whom we can say Nasi nokuthi Walter was not here, they felt his absence. You can't feel that. They had the depth and they had the resilience to carry the burden up until the end. Even also look at youngsters, Chocho, a Prince Edward student, but he has been there with the team, and you can't even tell that these are the rookies, these are the babies of the team, because they treated each other with so much dignity and a lot of respect. Look at the Patson Jaure, look at Harrison Masina. They are just a solid team.
All right, David, obviously a detailed, probably unpacking of that Simba Bhora squad and some of the influential figures, but the key takeaway there has been around the team chemistry. But obviously, even amongst the team, there are some vital cogs. Who have been those cogs for you, David?
Yeah, I think Tonderai Ndiraya's team thrives on defensive structure, and to be honest, I think that's the cog of the team. You won his league defensively, because most of the results, if you look at it, they were 1-0 wins most of the time. If they can score 2, which means they concede 1, and they could shut the door for the opponents, and that's what really happens, especially when you want to win titles. And also the other thing is, going forward, they were not so spectacular, but they had Mr. Dependable. To me, I'm calling him Mr. Dependable. Timon Machope. I know Kuti Wakawanda were not giving him a chance. Kuti he would thrive in the Premier League, but he managed to do that. On 11 goals, for me, it's something.
What is it about Timon Machope that has really impressed you and stuck out for you in this 2024 season, David?
Yeah, there are a lot of things that I saw from him, especially last year when he joined Simba Bhora in the mid-season and he managed to score 7 goals. That tells you Kuti he's one striker. Angaka gara zvake kwarusape achitamba kuHunters. Hunters were midway between the two, and you look at it, he joins the club. He's ambitious, no Premier League experience. He knew Kuti he has got nothing in him, but he has shown Kuti you can be lethal at the twilight of your career. We are talking of someone who is 31 in Timon Machope, and he has scored 11 goals. To me, 18 goals in 1.5 years. That's a very big turnover for a centre forward. I wish all those goals were scored only this year for him. Could have Abuda Shage Oyenda to improve his football career.
Does he make it on the Soccer Star of the Year calendar for you?
I really want to see him as part of the Soccer Stars. And remember, we had guys who scored 4 goals in his last game, and he was selected for Soccer Stars of the Year. But with Timon Machope, I felt he deserved to be there. He is the talisman. Yeah, you can talk of Walter as the talisman, but the talisman normally scores more goals. Yes, let's wait until the season ends on the 23rd or 24th of this month. But to me, Timon Machope deserves credit. Let's not forget that.
Konapo, Ipapo, Bazetian Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.